Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news now. Hold on, Steelers fans, because what I'm about to tell you might just shake up the AFC North and send shockwaves through the NFL. Rumors are swirling around the league, whispering about a blockbuster trade that could redefine the Steelers' offense and even their chances at a deep playoff run. And no, I'm not talking about some minor move. We're talking about the possibility of acquiring A.J. Brown from the Philadelphia Eagles. That's right, a player of Brown's caliber, a true game changer, potentially landing in Steel City. Let's dig into the details because this isn't just some rumor. It's about a move that could propel Pittsburgh into a new era of dominance, especially with the way the team has been shaping up this season. The Eagles, sitting comfortably at 7-2, have been navigating a tricky cap situation. Only about $4 million in space, which is tight for a team with Super Bowl ambitions. They're also prioritizing extensions for Jalen Hurts, who's been their franchise quarterback, with a massive deal that could hit $255 million in cap space. With Hurts locked in and their eyes on a deep postseason run, the Eagles are reportedly considering trading Brown to free up some cap room and rebuild their offensive line after a series of injuries. The Eagles have been known for their aggressive approach, and moving Brown, a proven playmaker, might be part of that plan to get more flexibility and rebuild that unit. On the other side, the Steelers are sitting at 5-4, with around $3.7 million in cap space, and they're looking to make a bold move to solidify their offense. They see A.J. Brown as the perfect WR1 to support quarterback Aaron Rodgers, especially considering the current struggles with some of their receivers. George Pickens, for instance, has been battling injuries, hamstring issues that kept him out for 2 games now, and that's left the team needing a reliable, contested catch threat. Brown fits that profile perfectly. He's a physical, explosive receiver, reminiscent of DK Metcalf, someone who can take over games and stretch defenses vertically. Let's talk about Brown's recent performance because it's part of what makes this rumor so tantalizing. In 2025, he's been productive, with 31 receptions for 408 yards and 3 touchdowns across 8 games. His average of 13.2 yards per reception and 51 yards per game show he's capable of big plays and consistent yardage. When you look at his career stats, 477 catches for over 400 yards and 54 touchdowns, it's clear he's a proven star, even with some minor injuries this season. His yards after catch, YAC, of 5.1 yards per attempt, and EPA per target of plus 0.35 highlight his ability to turn plays into big gains. Brown's presence on the field would bring an immediate spark to the Steelers' offense, especially in the red zone, where contested catches are crucial. His 62% win rate on contested catches makes him an ideal target for clutch moments, something Pittsburgh has struggled with at times this season. The strategic reasoning behind this potential trade is compelling. The Eagles, in the midst of trying to extend Hurts and keep their window open, would free up around $20 million in cap space after the deal. That's a significant boost, giving them flexibility for future extensions or to make other moves. Meanwhile, the Steelers, who have been looking for a legitimate WR1 since the departure of Antonio Brown, see Brown as that missing piece. His skill set, combined with Rodgers' veteran presence, could elevate the Steelers' offense from an average of 23.6 points per game to over 28 points. That's a game changer, especially considering the Steelers' struggles on third down. Their current conversion rate hovers around 36%. But with Brown, that number could easily jump into the high 40s or even 50s. And it's not just about the regular season. This move could have profound playoff implications. Pittsburgh with Brown would be a serious contender, especially in the postseason. His ability to win contested catches and make big plays in clutch moments would be invaluable. Imagine him lining up against defenses in the red zone, fighting for those jump balls and turning key drives into touchdowns. That's the kind of impact that could push the Steelers deep into the playoffs and potentially to the Super Bowl. Talking about Super Bowl odds, this kind of move would significantly boost the Steelers' chances. Currently, their odds are around +2, 500, but with Brown in the fold, that could drop to around +800. A huge shift for a team with a solid defense and a veteran quarterback like Rodgers. In the playoffs, the addition of Brown could make him a true X-factor, especially against teams like the Kansas City Chiefs, who are projected at +600. Adding Brown as a mismatch against man coverage, with his 82% success rate against such schemes, could be the difference maker. It's reminiscent of the kind of trades that turn teams into dynasties, like the Steelers' own history of making bold moves that pay off in the long run. But let's be real here, this isn't just about adding a star receiver. It's about reimagining what the Steelers can be. Brown's arrival would energize the locker room, give Rodgers a trusted target with a proven track record, and instantly improve the team's explosive play capability. It would also send a message to the rest of the league that the Steelers are serious about competing for championships now, not just in the future. This move could be the catalyst for a sustained era of success, echoing the trades and signings that historically transformed franchise fortunes. Of course, there are some questions. Will the Eagles really part ways with Brown? And if so, what would the Steelers have to give up? The rumored deal involves a first-round pick in 2026 and a third-round pick in 2027, which is a hefty price, but one that might be worth it given Brown's talent and impact. The Eagles could see Brown as a luxury they no longer need if they're prioritizing Hurts and their cap situation, and Pittsburgh, hungry for a true WR1, might be willing to pay that price to jumpstart their offense. It's a risk, sure, but in the NFL, bold moves often lead to big rewards. Looking ahead, if this trade happens, the Steelers could be poised for a major leap. Their offense would be more dynamic, their red zone efficiency would improve, and their playoff odds would skyrocket. With Brown's ability to fight for contested catches, winning 62% of them, he's exactly the type of receiver that can change the complexion of games, especially in high-pressure moments. His presence would complement Pickens, who's been emerging as a big play threat himself, and together, they could form a formidable duo that defenses would have a tough time slowing down. This kind of upgrade could elevate the Steelers' identity from a solid defense-first team to a true offensive threat capable of scoring at will. It would also provide some much-needed relief to their struggling red zone offense, which currently converts just 45% of their opportunities into touchdowns. Brown's ability to make contested catches and win jump balls would help bridge that gap, turning more drives into points and making the Steelers a nightmare for opposing defenses. Now, let's not forget the bigger picture. If the Steelers do land Brown, it could signal a new chapter, one where they aim not just for playoff appearances, but for sustained Super Bowl contention. With a revamped offense, a motivated Rodgers, and a defense that's always competitive, Pittsburgh could become one of the most dangerous teams in the AFC. And as we all know, having a reliable, explosive receiver like Brown could be the missing piece to unlock that potential. So, Steelers fans, this is the kind of move that gets everyone talking. It's the kind of bold strategy that can transform a franchise's destiny. Whether or not it materializes, it's exciting to think about what could be possible if the front office pulls the trigger. The NFL is all about those game-changing moments, and this could be one of them for Pittsburgh. The future is bright, and if this trade goes through, the Steelers might be on their way to rewriting history once again. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster move? Do you think acquiring A.J. Brown makes us Super Bowl contenders? Would you be willing to part with a first-round pick in 2026 for a player like him? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. Remember, this is a community, and your voice is vital. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Steelers news. Exciting times ahead, my friends.